Hi there. I probably shouldn't turn the camera on, but I want to capture this feeling, this experience, this moment. My gosh. So, you know, if you followed my stuff at all, I've been talking about retirement next year. And there are 3 pieces of the puzzle for retirement for my wife and I. The first piece is our retirement savings, 401k, IRAs, all that kind of stuff that we've been, amassing all of our working lives. More than closing in on 4 decades of work, if you include all the work we did in college. So all of that. The second piece of the puzzle is pension for the place where I work. And then the third piece of the puzzle is the Social Security. Now, Yumiko and I have been building those up because ever since we decided we wanted to retire, we have to go through them one after another to make sure they're all okay. Now, we knew that the retirement savings, because that's been there all along. But I can tell you this, I didn't do a good job of keeping up with it. Right? I remember all through my working life, I've checked the checkbox of every job I've ever had and said, yep, put them, maximum I can do away, and I say, I'll just live with it, right? I'll just find a way. I just don't tell me, right, how much I got out. I knew that might have a benefit, and I just ignored it. Now, I kept all the records. I've had lots of jobs, and I had this file full of all of the jobs I'd ever lived at, Freudian slip, and all of the accounts. And it took a long time. That was the first piece of the puzzle. It took a long time to catch up with all of those because they'd been bought up by other companies and gone to this, that, and the other thing. And the thing that really got me was one day, it was about more than a year ago, I got a letter. Somehow they found me from one of those funds and said, we haven't heard from you in so many decades that we're going to give your money to the government. I was like, wait a minute. What are you going to do? So I contacted them, and that's when I learned I was this close to losing that pension fund, that savings. Apparently they because I just never logged in. I never did. When I started, that was before there was even login. So that was the first part. Wow, well, maybe that's savings. Maybe we can retire. So then I started checking the pension, and I was able to make appointments and get that all checked out. That was step 2. And they gave me the green light. They were like, yep, you're good to go. And I had to do 2 separate meetings to make sure that was okay. The third piece of the puzzle was Social Security. And Social Security is a little bit complicated because you have to have 40 credits. And you get 4 credits a year. See, and there's credits are earned by having a certain amount of, it's complicated, right? I wasn't sure if I had those. And I had tried since 2 years ago to log into the Social Security website to figure out if that was the case. And there was a password problem. I couldn't get in, and I tried to call their tech support, and that didn't work. And then I wanted to go to their office, but they were closed because of COVID, so I could never really figure out what that piece was until today. I got into the system, and I haven't even got into Yumiko's system yet, so that's a bonus. It's icing on the top. So, and the first thing I saw was this green light. Bing, you are good to go, Kurt Bell. So of course I can't start Social Security until age 62, but that was the last piece of the puzzle that we needed to have that in place. So I was getting a little ahead of myself all that time talking about retirement. I mean, we could have pulled it off even if Social Security was nothing. What I was afraid of was that they were going to tell me that I didn't have enough credits and that darn it, I have to continue working, but I've earned enough credits, more than enough, and all of that's in place. So I'm sharing this. I know it's a little bit, I usually don't talk about money, religion, or politics on any of this stuff, but this is huge. This is a huge news for us. It means that all of this is really going to happen. We can really retire beginning next year. And for the first year and a half, we'll be just on the pension and the savings. And then after that, 62, the Social Security kick in, and then we're good for the rest of our life. So I wanted to share that because this is huge news. This is really going to have a big impact on our lives. Yumiko and I need to stay healthy. In fact, I've got to hurry up and get in the water because I've got a doctor's appointment at 5:30. My phone, so I got to get home because it's a web link. I got to get on the phone with them at home. So I got to jump in the water and do that. I'll leave this running. I'm going to go in and do a quick swim, catch a few waves, and then do that. But Mom, if you're watching this and you're young, if you learn from my mistake, which is, well, the good thing I did was that I made sure I checked the checkbox and was making sure that I was saving the money from the early age. And then the other thing is make sure that the money that you're earning is going to the appropriate, going into the system so that you can be eligible for all of this. I know it would be easy to especially if you're self-employed, to not report everything, but there's a consequence later unless you're really good. And I'm not really good. I count on this. If it wasn't for this, I'd be screwed. So I'm gonna go for a swim now, and then I'll get out of here and go then link with the doctor's appointment. I'll see you. I'll be in the water. Take care. Thanks for watching this. That's so cool for me to be strapping that up right there. There's a couple that's going to walk by in just a minute, this way to that way. I see them almost every day. They come, they walk so slow to the beach, and I see them and then they walk back. So they're a little further down. You'll see them after I get in the water. They're real nice. That felt good. I'm gonna cut it short though, because I have to get back from my doctor's appointment. All right, thanks for joining me and for sharing this this good news. Just gotta stay healthy now. Hopefully the doctor will help some good news about how I can do that. Be safe, but not too safe. Have a wabi-sabi life. I like that. Take care. Bye-bye.